Welcome back to another day of living in a new house. We didn't record anything yesterday. There may have been a vlog release depending on how much footage I've got and whether they've edited it or not. But yeah, we didn't actually record anything yesterday. So there's a few things to update you on today. One of the reasons we didn't record anything is because my dad came over and we went out to Wickes to get the longer pieces of stud work. Thankfully in his car, right the way up to the windscreen, it managed to fit in with the boot shut, so we now have all the wood, all the timber, all the materials ready to start ripping these walls out tomorrow afternoon. I've rang and confirmed with the plumber today. We are good to go. So from 12 PM tomorrow afternoon, it is going to be all hands on deck. By all hands, I mean these hands on deck. Getting all of these walls out, getting everything ripped round. Alex will be here on the Friday afternoon as well to start putting the waste stacks in the toilet, in the floors of there. So we've got absolutely everything we should need, fingers crossed, and we're good to go on that front. Also, the thermostat I ordered, which I ordered at 7 PM, I think it was, from Screwfix when I was there. And it was like, oh yeah, we can collect it tomorrow. Well, they rang me up while I was at work yesterday and were like, oh, we're so sorry, we had a power outage and your order's actually not going to be here tomorrow. And I was like, oh, right, okay. Well, I wasn't really expecting it to be there because I'd ordered it so late on the evening anyway. And I'm like, oh, to compensate, we're going to give you a £10 voucher. Oh. Right, okay, thank you very much. I wasn't even that bothered by it. And in all reality, actually, I was saying to people, actually, Screwfix is actually really underrated because, like, you go into there, you go to the council, you get exactly what you need. And if it's not there, it's normally there the next day. So the fact that they were giving me a £10 voucher on top of it, I'm actually really impressed with Screwfix as a service. So brilliant stuff. We are now at the stage now where I need to do something today because we didn't do much yesterday with everybody arriving on. My dad took some more of the junk away. So I did also find out off the electrician as well, that thermostat definitely can go down here. So I think what we're going to do tonight is get rid of that thermostat, get rid of the remaining of that cable chase. I do need to still have a further look at these phone cables. The electrician's saying he's just called these up because he's not using them. I just need to confirm they are phone or whether they are dead, so I might just plug something into them and see if we get any signal or anything else out of them. But ideally I'd like to try and get rid of these if we can, because they're just sort of, yeah, they're in the way sitting there, and if we do need to have them, then realistically they should go under the stairs. But what we can at least do for the time being then is actually, I might break some of the more bonding out as well, and let's just try and go and actually patch and fill in all of the holes here. I've already removed pretty much all the loose stuff now, so it is mostly ready to go, with the exception of this strip for the thermostat. So let's get that out of the way, let's knock up some more of the bonding stuff, and then let's get filling all of those holes in. So that's pretty much where we're at. So let's get on with some activity. Have chased that out now. Now, interesting, they filled this in. You can see some of the grey edges left with actual concrete rather than using mortar. So that was a strange one. You'll also see I've worked down on the bottom edge there. So like I'm going to do around the rest of the room. So I've just taken like 10 mil off the bottom of the plaster edge because I'm not happy that it's sitting on the concrete floor. So I've just skimmed the edge off bottom of there because it just stops if there's any leakage or water spillage or anything. It'll stop it seeping up the wall. What I've also made the decision on is that we're going to get rid of these phone lines. So this cable here runs out to the box at the front of the house, which is it's just tied in from there. And then there's another cable which runs up the front porch and then up into the front bedroom. There's a phone line up into there. Now, in reality, we're never going to have a landline in the house. It's like really archaic. I don't see the point in paying for an extra phone that literally just sits in the house and we don't do anything with. We're only ever going to use mobiles. I've just unplugged that phone line and thankfully the internet hasn't gone off. So I can't see any reason why I wouldn't just get rid of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all of this out, just leave it, obviously the up line coming out the house into the box front, just in case somebody else comes into the house and they decide they want a landline, they can just rerun a cable off that. But for us, don't want it, it's cluttering up the house. It's 2 extra sockets that we're going to get rid of. So just can make this whole wall a lot cleaner because we've gone from 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the stupid light that was up there, 5, and the light switch, 6 interfaces in here to just the one. It's just going to make everything so much cleaner. So that's where we're at. It's going. Goodbye phone connection. And here we are now phoneless. This is that other stupid phone cable running up here through that part of the roof and then up into the front bedroom. So I'm going to get rid of this as well, and that will be another cable gone from the outside of the house. Oh, that makes me feel so much happier. That cable has been running along the floor and we've been walking over it, tripping over it for ages. I'm getting rid of it. It's the little things. Oh yeah, it's old and manky. Once again, we've got carried away with a job we weren't supposed to be doing. I've now removed the bottom step from here and found a load of junk, including a whole roll of electrical tape, which is under there. We've also been out the front as well, which I'll show you quickly, and in the dark, which isn't going to show very well. Might want to get some light on that. There you go. We've also gone through and removed all the plastic cable clips and everything else on there. It's amazing that even just doing that little bit has made this look so much better. So that's the cable for the doorbell. But yeah, that's looking much better. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to finish tidying up under there. Well, that took a lot longer than I care to admit, but we've got everything cleaned up now. We've cleaned up all underneath this step, removed all the junk. We've taken all the old phone lines out, so everything's now nice and clear. We have discovered another problem though, and I did notice this step was crunching. I thought it's because there was something under the bottom edge. Now, it turns out these are like the metal legs of the stairs, and it's mounted into the concrete floor plate, and this one here, as you can hear there, is actually loose and rotating. That one is fine and set. So at some point I'm gonna have to look at the best way of like trying to fix that, in whether we actually take some of the concrete out around it and reset the entire thing in concrete. I suspect is probably going to be the best method, or whether we actually got some way of just like epoxying it in or using something just to hold it in place. But my brain says chisel it out and put concrete under it to actually secure it down properly is the best plan of action. Now, we were going to do the plastering. We still may do it yet. See how long it's going to take. Or at least do some of it. Might do a couple of chases. But we have got some extra holes now to fill. So we've got this one down here. We've got some deep ones that go into the brick there that I just want to put something in. And then we've also got these ones in here, which are for the outdoor light. One was an old chase, one is a new one. Now these, when the wind's blowing against the front of the house, because the wind's normally blowing this way into the house, like you do get quite a draft coming through those. So I do want to get some expanding foam in that. So I think we're going to crack out the expanding foam again and go around and do a little bit more filling of some holes along those lines. We may or may not do the plastering. If we don't, then what I may do is where we put the expanding foam into the radiator pipes yesterday, I may just cut that flush with the wall just so that's flush and ready to go as a quieter job, because it is about 11 o'clock now. So let's get that out and let's go down some of the holes. Got a bit overexcited with using the expanding foam and completely forgot to film it, but we've got both of those in, and the bathroom where Elizabeth's currently brushing her teeth. So those are all filled in. Now in reality I probably should have gone for a few more. There is a bit of a hole there, but that doesn't go through the wall. The one for the phone line we've taken out, I guess I could fill that. We've got some other bits, but we'll get round to those when we get to them. What I am looking at though is the lads, when they were doing the electric works, put some expanding foam in there, and then this piece of plaster just fell off. I am debating what to do about this whole area. I might like put a little bit of wood or something in there and potentially put a piece of board across it, because I don't like the idea of like filling that void with either plaster or expanding foam. So we may potentially revisit that one. Actually, is there a piece of stud work there? Yeah, actually, yeah. See, look, they've put a piece of wood in there. So I might do a similar thing this side and then just put a strip of plasterboard across there as a more permanent solution. I mean, I may still put expanding foam behind it just so the it's insulated a bit. But yeah, I don't think expanding foam is going to be the answer to that one anyway. But yeah, that's another small job done. Next job to do is to get these expanding foam bits cut back to shape. So we are either going to use Len knife, or seen people online using like a spatula or a trowel to chop them as well. So we're going to give both a go and see which one works out best. Hard to say how that went, to be honest. It didn't cut too clean off the front of the pipe, but then the pipe is really, really close to like the top layer of plaster. I am a little bit concerned about this clip down here, because if you run a blade along the edge there, it's actually above the surface of the plaster at the moment. Now I'm hoping that'll be enough of a bit to skim over. If not, we may have to just like chip the front edge off it, but it didn't really cut too clean. So we're going to give that another attempt, because normally when I do things the second time I get better at it. But then we may potentially want to revisit how we did that and maybe look at a better way of doing it. That was a bit better. Key thing is I took it a lot slower using this and just moving side to side. Whether it was perfect, I don't know, but I think it's good enough for what we need to do. Obviously those are now sort of ready to put some hardwall over and get plastered in place, but we won't be doing that tonight because it is getting late and we need to get to sleep. So I think we're going to park it there for today. I know we didn't do the hardwalling that we were actually supposed to do, but we ended up doing a lot more prep work, and this prep work is just taking a lot of time. But we're in a good place to do that. But more importantly, we're in a good place to actually get this wall taken out all the time tomorrow. So when you see me tomorrow, we should be headlong in ripping things out again, which is something we're very good at. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will catch you all in tomorrow's vlog.